Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project 365, episode 1710. Guys, you're following along on YouTube, jump on over to the WODdoc.com and check out all the full-length videos that we house there. Today what we're doing is talking about the importance of a neutral wrist position. We just got done with 19.3. Actually finishing up today, but overhead movement with the dumbbell, it wasn't that heavy yet. We had some people come into the office today with some extension wrist injuries, and due to performing 19.3. So the conversations that I had with them, I'm having with you guys now, hopefully to save you guys in the future. So when we think about loading the wrist, we always want to think about loading it as a most ideal position would be neutral. Yet, it's sometimes easier, especially as we get tired, to kind of hold it in this extended wrist position. However, it might feel easier at the time, not necessarily ideal, and we can end up in some either pinching or stretching positions. So, what I mean by that is, when I load my wrist, if I'm using a kettlebell in this case, if I'm using a dumbbell, which I don't have with me here, but if I am using a kettlebell or a dumbbell or a barbell, so catching cleans, thrusters, the top position of a thruster, a snatch position, anything like that, I really want to try to enforce that neutral position, all right? Even if I get into a little or slightly extended position, right? So a little, I'm trying to show you guys here. That didn't work at all. So even if I get into a little or slightly extended position to make that fork, so to speak, to make that shelf, still much better, right, than allowing myself to end up in a position like that. And I'm sure if you guys watched 19.3 videos, you've probably seen a bunch of people with that bell up and overhead. Well, not necessarily a bell, but when with that dumbbell up and overhead and their wrist out in a position that looked like that. And again, although it probably worked for just that 200-meter walk, longevity of that day in, day out, probably going to end up in an office such as mine. So what we're going to try to do is, again, reinforce from going from a position like this, because we're hanging on the passive structures, to reinforcing, making sure that we're coaching and looking at a position that's much more neutral. It does take a little bit more active work, okay? But in the long run is much safer. So questions and comments, please post them below. Otherwise, guys, we're here each and every day optimizing function to optimize performance.